Hi, I'm Hevenshe and you're watching Forever Loud.
So welcome to 2000 Trees.
Thank you.
How are you finding it so far?
I just rolled in and it's warm as. I'm sure you guys are suffering a bit, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you should be used to this kind of heat.
You would think that, but it takes a toll. But yeah.
It does. Are you ready to cook for a few days in the bright sunshine?
I think so, especially surrounded by good company and beautiful scenery.
Speaking of beautiful scenery, you're literally playing the forest stage
Yes.
tomorrow, which is a really special setup. Have you ever played in a forest before?
No, not that I can remember, but this is something that my fans have told me suits Hevenshe so much, and for years they've said, I think they manifested this. They really said, you belong on that stage at this festival. So I think a little bit of magic happened for me to be here.
Only seems right, for the magical forest.
Yes.
And this is your first Hevenshe festival in the UK.
Yes, it is. My first time overseas is Hevenshe, so I'm very happy to be here.
That's amazing. And starting off with such a iconic setup as well,
Yeah.
and such an iconic venue. And speaking of iconic venues, let's talk about the Parkway Drive feature.
Yeah, thank you.
How was that?
Oh my God, it was as magical and majestic as you can imagine. It felt significant at every moment. We did 4 rehearsals. We did a dress rehearsal on the day. It was just gorgeous. The space was really held. I think they had this beautiful team around it, making it possible, bringing it to life. It was a big vision. A lot of people put love into that to make it happen, and it felt really special to be a part of, just to play my small part. So yeah, it was a thrill, and it was really fulfilling. Yeah.
Do you feel like you were really soaking up in the moment as well when you're on stage? Because obviously sometimes it can be difficult when you're performing, you get really carried away and then you come off stage afterwards and go what just happened? But do you feel like you were really there?
I was present. I did not black out. Sometimes, and I don't mean it literally, but on stage sometimes you really just go somewhere else and you're oh, okay, that was amazing, but what the fuck just happened? But no, that was I really soaked in every moment, and I don't know. It was I was on some kind of supervision mode. I could see every person that I recognized, and it felt glorious. I felt a lot of love.
That's so amazing. And in terms of live, obviously you've played in different sort of setups. How is it with your solo project now versus the Tonight Alive setup?
It's been an ever-changing dynamic with Hevenshe. I started with a full band, and then over time I've kind of evolved. Okay, one less member. Okay, another less member. And until it's now a 2-piece duo. And I feel empowered in that because I feel I'm doing enough, and it's made me push myself to perform at a level that I didn't before when I was with a full band as Hevenshe. But it's definitely been a transition trying to work out how to be a different artist. I'm the same person, but the music is different energetically. So how you express yourself, I've been stepping into a new skin kind of thing, and I feel I'm really happy I came at this stage with Hevenshe to England, because I'm really proud of where it's at.
That sounds like a really wild journey.
Thank you. Yes.
What were some of the highlights so far in that?
Some of the highlights for Hevenshe so far. I mean, being here is a huge milestone for Hevenshe, and kind of in my own personal life. I feel this feels like something I earned. But I recently did a single launch in Sydney, which was a variety night.
Amazing.
Yeah, so instead of hiring musicians, I just wanted to do something creative and refreshing for the audience. So I had a burlesque comedian, I had a pole dancer, I had a DJ, I had line dancing instructors. It was a very fun, inclusive, playful night. I feel really proud to have orchestrated an event like that.
Where did that idea come from originally?
I mean, it could potentially be just kind of integrating myself into the queer scene in Sydney and starting to see different ways that people express themselves, and understanding that there's a huge spectrum of human expression, and that it's all art. And I feel very inspired by that.
Do you think you'll do something like that again and just
I'd
kind of
like
constantly
to
reinvent yourself and what live art is? Really?
I'd like that. Yeah, I felt a little sad coming here, having booked my London show already, and going, damn, that was a really cool show format. I would have liked to bring it here. So I think it needs to be repeated.
That's such a cool idea.
Thank you.
Something that I saw on your Instagram that I thought was really cool as well was your bedroom sessions where you kind of like talk about like the songs and the project. It really gives like that 2000s I'm in Lizzie McGuire's bedroom sort of feel.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, where did that idea originate?
It's probably because I'm a child of the 90s and I did grow up seeing a lot of Hilary Duff movies and her show and stuff. What was that bedroom based off? We kind of based it a little bit off the 10 Things I Hate About You bedroom, which is one of my favorite movies, and she's one of my favorite characters. Yeah. So things like that. Yeah, it's definitely a more elevated version of what I grew up in a room like that, but it's not too far off. I even used posters from my teenage bedroom in that
so like very
set.
you.
Yeah, it was all my stuff. It felt amazing to like create a little world.
And it seemed like fans were really connecting with it as well. Like I had a little bit of a read through some of the comments, and it's a really nice sort of setup because it really feels like intimately just sitting down and hanging out with whoever you're speaking to, and obviously whoever's at the other end of the socials.
Yeah,
feels like you're speaking right to them.
Thank you. You know, I actually always wanted to do an interview set up myself in a bedroom setting and lying down and like talking to someone like it's a sleepover. So this was my way of applying that idea to my own interview with my fans. All those questions are from fans, so it felt intimate, even though there wasn't necessarily someone there asking me the questions, but they came from my Patreon members.
That's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And would you say like you could put your message, your brand message, into a little elevator pitch for us? Like, what is Hevenshe?
Sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Hevenshe is a life-affirming femme rock. So it's about uplifting my listener and, you know, revealing like a really raw and authentic human expression that's unfiltered. And it has a maternal energy. So it's about comfort and soothing through music. But I come from the pop punk world and I have a lot of passion and grit. So I can't help that even in my softness, there's a lot of edge. So it's an indie rock sound, but I hope people enjoy it. It's very much about the message and the energy more than the genre.
So what else can they expect then coming up from you?
I am working on new music and I'm trying to work out how to release that. I'm an independent artist and it's really important to me that I make a full-length record for Hevenshe. And I don't know, I've just been in the mood that life is short for a little while now, and I don't know how or when that's going to happen, but it feels important. So yeah, I'm writing music at the moment and I'm working out my next steps.
Amazing. So to wrap it up, whilst you're cooking outside in this heat, are there any bands at the festival that you're excited to see?
Yes, I'm going to be seeing Paris tonight, and was a big motivator to come a day early and make sure I got to catch up with them. And there's also an Australian band called Battlesnake that I'll be seeing today. Some of them are they're a Sydney band. I was going to say some of them are from Sydney, but yeah, we're locals. So
just, supporting the Australians, basically. You guys seem to have a really good scene out there as well, where everyone's kind of supporting everyone.
I think it's growing in that direction, yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your festival.
Thank you so much. You too.